Hi, it's Fix It Jaison here, and today we're going to have a look at my wife's overlocker. She's been having a bit of trouble with it. It seems like the belt is slipping, so I think we'll take it apart and see if we can tighten the belt, and that'll stop a trip to the repair shop. Okay, before we start we better just see what the machine's doing. So Wendy, if you could just demonstrate what the problem is. So you can hear that. Do it again, Wendy. So the machine is not doing any overlocking, and it just hear the motor whizzing, so the belt is not taking. So I think we need to have a look and see if we can find where the belt is. So turn it round, Wendy, so if we can see where that is. Yeah, now the first thing we need to do is unplug the power. Make sure it's completely disconnected from the power source, and just turning it off is not good enough. So make sure it's completely disconnected. So if you turn it around a bit further, Wendy, you can see where the motor is. There's the little motor there. So the belt will be coming from the motor. So if you turn it back, this cover is the cover we need to take off. What we'll need for this is a screwdriver with a long handle, and there's 3 screws which we'll just undo. So if you put the screwdriver in that slot, Wendy, you'll be able to just undo the screw. That's it. Now this is a very helpful screwdriver. It's got a magnetic end on it, so when the screw is loosened, it helps pull it out. So we'll just take all 3 of those out. So as you can see, it's quite a simple job. We're on the last screw now. As you can see, the cover's starting to come loose. Yes, that's it. A bit further. That should be about it. Here's another little tip that you might find useful. As you can see, Wendy's having a little bit of trouble with this last screw. If she took the bottom screws out first and left the highest screw, this cover would hang naturally and it wouldn't flop around. So have you got it now? Can you just pull it out? There we go. So now just ease the cover off. There we go. And there you can see the belt. So it's quite loose. So I think what we need to do is tighten it up. And you can see these couple of little bolts here where we can just loosen those and slide the motor backwards, and that will just tighten the belt. So we'll do that now. Right, we need to adjust this motor to adjust the tension on the belt. So we do that by loosening these 2 nuts here and then pulling the motor away from the machine. Now I've got an 8mm ring spanner. That's exactly the size that we need for these nuts. You can do it with a crescent shifting spanner, but it's much easier if you've got a fixed ring spanner. So we'll just undo the bottom one a little bit. You don't have to undo it a lot, just so that it moves. A bit like that, and then we can just slide the belt. See how the tensions come onto the belt. So just hold it firmly and then just gently tighten up one and then tighten the other. Just check the tension. I think that's not too bad. We'll just do a little bit at a time and we'll test it and see how it works. See if it does the job. Now once that, just tighten it again so it's not going to come undone. Don't tighten it too much because they're only little threads and you don't want to break them. We'll pop the cover back on and we'll just put 1 screw in just to hold it in place so that we can test it to see if we've got the belt tight enough. And you see I've just put the top screw in, and that'll hold the cover in place, and it should hold good enough. Not properly yet, but just enough to give it a test. Now it's time to connect the overlocker back up to the power, and we'll give it a little test to see if the belt is enough.
Pretty good.
How's that looking? Is that
really
perfect?
Good. Yes, thank you, Fix It Jaison.
Okay, so what we'll do now that's working, you can stop now, Wendy. Disconnect the power again. That's it. Turn the machine around and you can put the other 2 screws in, and I think you'll be ready for another 100 hours happy overlocking, and you haven't had to spend $75 or $100 at the repair shop. So
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for watching, and look out for our next Fix It. This is fixitjaison.com.